What is going on, everybody? Is your boy Amon's Toxic Ammo 331 back at it with another video, and today I'm going to be doing my June 2023 monthly check. And before we get into the actual video itself, guys, if you are new to the channel and do not know what my monthly check is, it is where I rank the movies that I've seen this month that came out on streaming or came out in theaters, and I'll rank them along with other movies like those ones over there that I have not seen before, and I add those in here too. So, if you guys are indeed new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, because number one, it's absolutely free. Number two, we're on the road to 300 subscribers. Just 79 over right now, and really, how about your boy if you did subscribe? What was that? Subscribe, and also, if you have been watching my channel for a while and haven't subscribed, don't forget to please do consider subscribing. Don't forget to like the video if you like my my monthly checks. My mind's all over the place right now. Don't forget to ring the bell for notifications and notification when I upload. Also, do share the video because it'll also help me out. And do feel free to comment as well. So, so the large, and also, I forgot, I also do my overhaul and also, show you new pictures on the ceiling, which I have good news. I do have 2 brand new pictures on the ceiling for you guys. Yay! And I finally put them up there, so more pictures coming, that's all I'm saying. So this month, entirely, I've seen 18 new movies that I haven't seen before. And then, I gotta count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 movies this month I have seen are new releases. So that is insane. June was a crazy month for movies. So, yeah. But, with that being said, let's just get right into it. So, 18th place, I unfortunately have Asteroid City. And for me, this was probably the biggest disappointment of the year so far. I don't think it's necessarily a bad movie. It's just, it was disappointing. With a star-studded cast like Scarlett Johansson, Jason Schwartzman, Tom Hanks, Liev Schreiber, who else? Margot Robbie, Edward Norton, who else? Willem Dafoe, Jeff Goldblum, like, there's so many, and Adrian Brody, like, there's so many great names in here, but, the movie just didn't pay off for me. I thought my dad hated this movie, by the way. He gave it an F. I gave it a C+, because I think if you're a Wes Anderson fan, you'll definitely enjoy this. Like, there is some stuff that I enjoyed about this. Like, some of the humor was funny for me, and then some of it didn't quite land. There's a funny scene in here. I'm not gonna go into spoilers, but if you saw it in the trailer, that there's something that pops up or whatever, and that scene was very funny, and I didn't expect it to be the animation that I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a CGI. So that was pretty funny. What other stuff? What other positive stuff I can't think of? I don't know. That's pretty much all the positives I can think. The bad, like, they decided to follow the writer's background about making Asteroid City, and I didn't think that was necessary. I think they should have just followed the actual Asteroid City story, but that's okay, though. But, it just didn't quite work for me. What other stuff? And I didn't find it interesting. Also, some of the actors that I mentioned, like, only get minor roles and they don't get used much. Like, Margot Robbie does not get used much at all in this. And another positive I can think of is the relationship between Scarlett Johansson and Jason Schwartzman's character. How it kind of goes through the movie. I thought that was nice. And yeah, it's just a mixed bag for me. I gave it a C+. I don't think it's a bad movie. It's just I felt I was expecting way too much better. Then I'd say from up here, they would be either B- or higher. That's what most of these movies would be. And so 17th place, I'm gonna put, unfortunately, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, because I was originally 16th place, but I thought to myself that had way more flaws than I did for the other movie. So this was a good enough, decent follow-up to the Indiana Jones franchise. I don't think it's as bad as Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I think it's actually an improvement. Is it an improvement by a landslide? No, it's just by like a little tiny bit. And yeah, like Harrison Ford still can act great as Indiana Jones in this. What else? The opening first 20 minutes I thought was actually one of the best openings to the Indiana Jones franchise besides the original and The Last Crusade. Even though the first act de-aging CGI didn't quite work at some points. What other stuff can I think of? The Dial of Destiny is a cool new artifact. But besides from that, like, I said this in my review earlier. If you hadn't seen that, be sure to check that out. But the third act I thought was a little bit weird. I would say I'll go mixed positive on that, but it was weird for me. Also, the way the third act ends, I was going like, what? Really? Okay, I'm kind of happy you did that, but I'm kind of not happy. Also, you do feel Steven Spielberg and George Lucas is missing in this film, even though James Mangold does a great job of directing it. But yeah, and the character of the Phoebe Waller-Bridge character, she does a great job of acting as the character, but the character's so written so selfishly, and you don't like her. And same goes for Maz Mikkelsen's character. Even though he's a great actor and does a good job in his performance, he is a very generic one-note Indiana Jones villain. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny without going into spoilers, because I will go into spoilers tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to have to put it there. Yeah, but I don't think it's a bad movie. I gave it B-, so that's a good review in my mind. 17th place, I have Shooting Stars. If you guys do not know what this is, probably you don't. It is a straight-to-Peacock movie about the team of the Shooting Stars, which had LeBron James and his friends or whatever. I forgot all the rest of them, but it has what's his name? The guy that plays Lucas from Jacob McLaughlin. He's in here. I thought when it followed the LeBron James sort of thing, I thought it did a good job of following young LeBron, and I thought the main actor that played him was good, but there's some stuff like that doesn't make it rewatchable for me. I'll probably never watch it again, but like there's some racism stuff in here. It's not horrible racism stuff, but there's some racism stuff in here, and they get treated badly, but not... Would I say they get treated badly? They kind of do, but not really. And also, I feel the ending was a little bit abrupt, but that's pretty much all the negatives. And I did enjoy it. I think it did a good job following LeBron finding his love interest. I thought that was pretty nice. And yeah, if you guys haven't watched this, give it a shot. It's pretty good. 15th place, I have Extraction Uno. Extraction 1, I thought had some great action, and Chris Hemsworth was a good leading man for the movie. But, compared to Extraction 2, I think it is a little bit of a downgrade. There is some other stuff I like too. There's the villain, which you hate and want to die, which, I thought was a cool little thing. There's some dark stuff in here, and I do enjoy the aspect of them going to Mumbai. I thought that was quite interesting. It's basically Chris Hemsworth is trying to save a kid, and he's getting chased and stuff. I thought it was a decent time. But then again, I feel as if it's in a generic action movie. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but the first one might be a generic action movie, in my opinion. 14th place, we got the straight to Disney Plus / Hulu movie Flamin' Hot, which I saw the trailer. So I heard that they were making this, and it's about the dude that made Flamin' Hot Cheetos and how he made them. And I was going, that's an interesting movie, like interesting biopic that they can make. And they did do that. And I watched the first trailer, and it had me sold. I thought it was going to be a hilarious, fun time. And surprisingly, it was a lot more sad than I was expecting it to be. It follows, as I said with Shooting Stars, it follows with the struggles of the family due to racism and all that. And when the main dude finally gets the job, you're happy. And I thought you want him to be successful and make the actual Flamin' Hot Cheetos. And he ends up doing it because, it's based on a true story. And I thought it was really, really good. I thought it was really, really good. And there is some funny bits still in there, but it was way more depressing than I thought it was going to be. Not depressing, but like way more. There were some way more dramatic moments in this, which I don't think this makes this a bad movie. This would be a plus for me. Then we got Elemental, which is the new Disney Pixar movie. And going into this, I heard it was good. It was good, and I wasn't predicting anything game-changing, and it wasn't. It wasn't game-changing, but I do think it was better than most of the recent Pixar movies we got. For example, Turning Red, I did not like, even though I know some people do like, but I didn't like that one. Also, Lightyear, I enjoyed Lightyear, but that Zurg twist messed things up for me and didn't make me not like it. But Luca was good, but I don't think it was a game-changing, like a great Pixar movie. The last great Pixar movie I think we got was maybe Incredibles 2. That might be a hot take. And I did also enjoy Toy Story 4 too, but yeah. It was a very cute enough Pixar first ever rom-com, which I thought was a good choice to go down. And, yeah. And it does feel as if it was made by the wrong studio a little bit, but not a lot. 12th place, I'm going to put The Boogeyman, which I actually saw this one a little bit later than most people did. And my short has 481 views, almost 500, so that's crazy. Thank you guys for watching that. The Boogeyman was a very good horror movie, PG-13 horror movie, but then again, I feel as if the movie was something you've seen before, and I do think it's a streamable movie. I don't think it's one that you gotta rush out to theaters, because there is some pretty... I wouldn't say it's a great horror movie. I would say it's a good horror movie. There's some very gory kills that push the PG-13 rating, I think. And there's also some the creature design I thought was really, really good. I thought it was really, really creepy, and there were some scenes in here that you go, oh! Like, it would never kill somebody, so, yeah. Or is attempting to kill somebody. Also, I thought the main two girls in this film, the older sister and then the little sister, I thought they did great in their roles, especially the little sister. I did not expect to like her as much as I did. I thought she was going to be annoying, and she was not. And if you're wondering who she was, if you thought she was familiar, she actually played Princess Leia in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, and I thought she did a great job in this movie. But the only negative I can really come up with is I'll explain this. There's an opening scene that I didn't like, to be honest. Not like, but it kind of felt it was in poor taste. Well, the movie's been out for a while now, and I don't think you guys care about spoilers, so basically, it's an opening scene with a little girl or whatever that's asleep. She's probably either 1 or 2, I don't know how old, and basically, Boogeyman, the creature, ends up killing her. Luckily, it was off screen, and all you saw was just blood splatter and all that, but the Boogeyman can basically imitate voices, and it was imitating its dad voice, and I thought it was it just left an icky feeling for me. Just that first act. It was like a 9-year-old, an annoying 9-year-old. You could have done a 9-year-old that was a bratty kid or whatever. You could have killed him off, but just like a 2-year-old girl, and she was going, "Daddy, Daddy," and it was just, yeah. I don't know. It kind of downgraded the movie for me a little bit. That's just me, though. Don't mind me. Then 11th place, I have The Isle of Dogs. So, since Wes Anderson's Asteroid City movie was coming out, I went, what the heck, I'll watch the Isle of Dogs movie, because that was another Wes Anderson movie, and I had it we've had it in our collection for a while now, and we have not watched it. And I ended up watching it in my room, and I thought it was good enough time. I don't think it was as great as Fantastic Mr. Fox, but it definitely was a unique movie. The animation, I feel, the stop motion makes it not as... I probably won't rewatch it, because that animation freaks me out. Don't mind me. It deals with a lot of tough themes as well, where it deals with dog racism. Not dog racism, but like people are ex-dogs. They hate dogs, and they think they should be dead or whatever, which doesn't make this much rewatchable, but I did have a very, very fun time with it. So yeah. Then next up we have... It's Wayne's World, Wayne's World, Wayne's World, Wayne's World, oh yeah. The way, yes, I am aware that I'm cringe. Funnily enough, I never watched Wayne's World before. Well, I kind of got a glimpse of it. I didn't watch it, but I saw it once on TV that it was on, and I was doing something else, so I didn't pay attention to it much, and this was the first time I watched it fully, and I thought this was a very funny comedy. It's very... If you guys watched Napoleon Dynamite, it is kind of very similar to that, with the humor, where the humor is kind of cringe, but you'll love it. There's the characters of Wayne, and I forgot what the main dude was that was just imitating without the red hair. I forgot what his name was, but they're great, 2 main leads for a comedy movie. It was really funny. Mike Myers does great in the main role, and there's so many quotable lines in here. Like, for example, "We're not worthy! We're not worthy! Dude, she's such a babe. You should call her Babraham Lincoln." And there's probably some other quotes there's probably some other quotes too that I just can't come up with right now. Those are the ones that I easily came up with and were the most memorable to me. So if I'm forgetting some, let me know down in the comments. But it was Very, very funny movie. Very funny. Screw me, I just burped. And I think it's in my top 10 comedies of all time now. Maybe. Ninth place, I have The Flash. And The Flash, I thought was a little bit too overhyped, I think. People were saying, like, greatest comic book movie ever! And, I don't think it lived up to that. I think it is a good comic book movie, but I don't think it's a great comic book movie. Even though this movie got a lot of drama because Ezra Miller, because all the allegations he's forced of, he is great in the role as both Barrys, I think. Michael Keaton as Batman, it was great to see him back, because before Robert Pattinson Batman came out, he was my favorite Batman, which I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but he was cool. It was cool to see him back. Supergirl, for the limited time she's on screen, I thought was pretty cool, and I hope we get to see more of her in the James Gunn's DCEU. And do not take that out of context, people. Please do not take that out of context. It was cool to see General Zod back as well. That's another positive. And also, I do like the little references they do to some 80s movies. I thought that was pretty funny. And, yeah. But besides from that, I only have two bad. Number one, the CGI. The CGI looks bad. And the director, Andy Muschietti, I respect his comment or whatever, but he said that the CGI was meant to look that way. If it was meant to look that way, it's still bad, and you could have made it look at least better. You could ask people to make it look at least better, but yeah. Also, and I do think that's an excuse. Even though I think he's a great director, I think that's an excuse. Also, the other thing that comes to mind is the ending of the third act, where it's... I talked about it more in spoiler review, so I'm not going to talk about it a lot here, but I'm not going to talk spoilers, but the third act with the main villain, if you guys do not know who the villain is, I'm not going to say, but the third act with the villain confused me, and yeah. So, if you want more spoiler thoughts, check out my spoiler review. Then, 8th place, Ford v Ferrari. Same sort of situation with James Mangold. Since Indiana Jones was coming out, I wanted to watch a James Mangold movie, which I had already seen Logan and the Wolverine, but I never seen Ford v Ferrari. So I got in the mood and watched it. And I thought it was good enough. I thought it was a good real-life story. Christian Bale and Matt Damon still acts great. We already knew this. And I do enjoy the dynamic between Christian Bale and his son. I thought that was handled very well. They have a cute little bond in there. Also, the racing scenes are very intense, which is great. And they did a good job on it. And not that many people went to see this because COVID happened. This came out in 2020. So when COVID started to happen. So, yeah. What other stuff here? And I got nothing negative to say. I thought it was a good movie. 7th place, I have Transformers Rise of the Beast. Now, I think the majority of the Transformers fan base likes this, and then there's some people that don't like this. I actually like this one quite a bit. It's my third favorite Transformers movie. And I love the CGI. They did a great job with all the Transformers. The Transformers battles were great. Also, I thought some of the new Transformers were really cool. For me, Mirage was a standout. He was pretty funny, voiced by Pete Davidson in this. What other stuff can I think of? The villain was quite cool. I know some people are mixed on the villain, but I thought he was quite cool and creepy. What other stuff can I think of? Also, I did think that the arc of the main dude's character, I thought did good job. They did a good job with that to make you feel bad for him and root for him. But besides from that, all the other characters, human characters, were not that great, to be honest. I could not stand his little brother for some reason. I could not stand him. He just seemed, you know how some people act in the mood like some teenagers act, and some kids act in the mood like, I don't know how to explain it, but he just gave me that, I don't know. It just made me cringe. It's not the actor's fault, but like the way they write him, I don't know. It doesn't want to make me root for the kid. And also there's this archaeologist type girl that they add in here, and they don't really build her up much. They just toss her in there. So, yeah. And, but I did have a very fun time with this. 6th place is Wayne's World, Wayne's World, Wayne's World, Wayne's World. Wait, I forgot to mention another quotable scene from the movies is excellent, like that from Mike Myers. I thought that was pretty funny too. I do think this one does what's the word? Is better than the original. I think this outdoes the original. I thought it was way more funnier, and I laughed way more times than I did for the first time. And the characters are still great. The girlfriend from the first one, I thought she was pretty cool in this. And also, I enjoy Christopher Walken as the villain in this. I thought, and he gets his own comedic shine in this. That was pretty funny. The main characters still are funny. Mike, Wayne, and I always forget the character's name, but he's still great in this. And am I forgetting anybody else? Yeah, I just think, and I thought the affair, what's Wayne's friend's name? It's gonna bug me now. Wait, what is it? Hang on, I gotta look this up because it's gonna bug me. So, transition and Shazam. Ha! It's Garth. That's what his name is. Thank you, internet. Okay, so I thought the Garth affair the storyline was funny, where he had that one woman or whatever. That was hilarious. That had me dying. And Garth's just a very great side character, and probably one of the best for me. And yeah, I just love this movie. Okay, coming in at number 5, I have a romance/comedy in Blast from the Past. And if you guys have not heard of this movie, it has Brendan Fraser and Alicia Silverstone. Brendan Fraser is a person that has been living in a bunker for the last 30 years. And basically, because his parents thought there was going to be a big bomb that destroyed the world, so they stayed there for a couple 30 years. And then when it was time, they eventually popped out of the bunker and saw what was going on in the real world, and they sent Brendan Fraser's character to the real world. And he's basically on an adventure to find a bunch of different things, and he has money and stuff. So he's trying to get a job, he's trying to get a wife, and he's also trying to... Is there anything else I can think of that he's trying to do? Oh, and he's also trying to... I forgot what the other things were, but it was a very funny, cute movie. And Alicia Silverstone is basically a person that's trying to find him a girlfriend and is his business partner or whatever. And I thought it was cute how them two got along together, and how she was trying to help him. And if you guys have not seen this, it's really, really funny and a really cute movie. I highly recommend. I think it's on streaming. I don't know what app it is, but I'm pretty sure it may be Hulu or Stars, possibly. That's my guess, anyways. Then, 4th place, I have The Good Son. I do not know why people don't talk about this thriller anymore. So, if you guys do not know what this movie is, it is a thriller movie, a horror/thriller movie with Macaulay Culkin, aka the person that plays Kevin McAllister from Home Alone, and Elijah Wood, which Elijah Wood is the son of a father who just lost their mother, and he has to go to work for a couple of weeks or whatever. And the kid ends up staying at his cousin's house, I think, his cousin. And Macaulay Culkin is his cousin, I think, or is it? I don't know. And basically, it's not everything that it seems. They get along fine at the start, then things start to uncrumble, and Macaulay Culkin keeps on. Elijah Wood keeps on thinking he's going crazy, and he keeps on trying to tell everybody, and it's not working. So I highly recommend that you check this out if you have not seen it. It is a very good thriller. I watched it on Hulu, and well, actually no, I watched it on I rented it, but do check it out because it's a very good thriller. Then third place I have Extraction 2, which I thought this might be the second best action I've seen this year in a movie. And Extraction 2, I think, outdoes the original by any means. There's a bunch of great fight scenes, like in the prison, as I mentioned in the Extraction versus Extraction 2, which one's better video. There's a big fight on top of this tower or whatever that I thought was very intense too. And what other stuff? Also, I enjoyed the new family more than the other family from the first one that he tried to save. But there is some negatives I have. There's a negative of the villain. This is more like a mixed negative. The villain, I don't think it was as dislikable as the other one, and I feel as if we've seen that sort of villain before, if that makes sense. And also, the son in this is very... In the last act, Chris Hemsworth tries to get him back, and if I was Chris Hemsworth's character, I would have just left him. Because he does stuff in here that does not make him a redeemable character for me. So, that's why it comes in at number 3. I'd still give it an A- though. Coming in at number 2, I have... This is going to be a hot take. I'm going to put Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Listen to me. I thought this was a great comic book movie. And is it better than the first one? I don't know. They're neck and neck for me. But the only problem I have with this is I thought it was a little bit too long. And it just... I thought it was a little bit too long. That's my personal taste. I know you guys are probably screaming at me right now. But I still love this movie. I thought that all the Spider-Man cameos were great. I loved the further it following more Gwen's story as well now. And still focusing on Miles as well. There's a bunch of new characters in here. Spider-Punk, for me, was a standout. Spider-Man 2099 was probably another standout. And, yeah, it was just a great Spider-Man movie and a great gift to Spider-Man fans. I think the story is more straightforward with the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie. I think it has better story. The villain of Spot, even though I can't really outright praise the villain, but I thought the villain was great, and hopefully they wrap up that villain pretty good and Beyond the Spider-Verse. The cliffhanger I know is gonna make some people upset, but I thought the cliffhanger was a good way to end it, because there were some points in this movie where I was thinking that the movie was gonna end and it didn't end. So yeah, and yeah, if you guys have not seen Across the Spider-Verse, go see it. And number 1 for me is gonna be, drum roll please, School Ties. And I never watched School Ties before until then, and I've been meaning to watch it. I just never got around to it until now. And I kick myself in the shin every single time for not watching this watching this movie earlier, because this was a great movie. This kicked off the acting career of Brendan Fraser and Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. Wait, did Good Will Hunting come out after this or before this? I don't know when, but this was a great new addition to the Brendan Fraser and Matt Damon and Ben Affleck's career, and Chris O'Donnell, where if you guys have not seen it, basically Brendan Fraser is a Jewish boy basically, and he gets hired to go to he gets let into a college where he gets it for free if he plays football for them, and he does. I thought that was pretty good. And basically, he has to keep a secret that he's a Jew from everybody. So, and it's a kind of some thriller elements in there, and I thought it was really great stuff. So, yeah. And I thought, yeah, I gotta rewatch that one soon again, because I loved that movie. That was good. Really good. And the dynamic between Brendan Fraser and his friends, I thought was really good too. So with that being said, guys, that is my list. So, I think I talked about all of these movies enough now. So, we only got 2 more things left. We got my overhaul, and then we got my ceiling pictures. And I have one thing on the overhaul that's over there. Well, you can see it. It's right over there. See, yep, the Flash poster right there. See, so that's another thing of my overhaul that I saw this month, and I got that one for free, which was nice. So that's the first one I got this month. And then also all these movies here I paid for. So, well, actually, one I got gifted. I got gifted and it got ordered. So yeah. So let's go in order, shall we? I got these in order. Then, so first I got the Pixar short films collection. I do not have a Pixar short films collection, so this is gonna be great. It has it has Bao, Lou, Piper, Sanjay's Super Team, Riley's First Date, Lava, The Radiator Springs 500 and a Half, Party Central, The Blue Umbrella, The Legend of Mordu, and Partysaurus Rex, which, yeah, I'm excited to watch all those. Most of them I've seen before, though, because them on the Pixar movies, so as like extras or whatever. Then I got the 1984 Dune. I was thinking since Dune Part 2 comes out, maybe I can rent the Dune movies, so later. Also, then we got, since I really enjoyed Wayne's World, why not get some more Mike Myers and comedy movies, right? Austin Powers, baby. There you go. Austin Powers trilogy right there on Blu-ray. I'm so happy to have all those, so that's going to be cool. I think the third one has Tom Cruise, right? I gotta see. Okay, I can't tell, but I'm pretty sure I remember him like having a small cameo in there, which was funny. And then also I got an upgrade. If you guys saw my complete movie and TV show collection from before, I had a DVD of this movie. Now I have the Blu-ray. So, and I gave the DVD to one of my friends, and it is Flash Gordon. Flash! Ah! I was trying to do the main theme or whatever. I thought this was good. I thought this was a good movie. I think it is very... Wait, what era did that come out in? Did it come out in the 80s or 70s? I'm trying to see. I cannot find it for the life of me on here. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's 80s because this feels very 80s. So I thought it was pretty fun. Then we got movies that I have from that I got from my dad's collection. I got The Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. I only got this one because this one is my favorite Lord of the Rings movie right here, and I thought it was really great. Then I also got the Lego Movie. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. I don't really rewatch those movies much now, which surprises me. So, because I used to rewatch them all the time as a kid. So, yeah. Then we got the 4K of Dumbo, and I know most people do not like this live action remake. I thought it was good enough. I didn't hate it or dislike it. I thought it was good. It does have its fair share of issues. I will say that, though. And then also I got the Blu-ray of the Wolverine, which the Wolverine was great, and I enjoyed how it explored Japan and stuff. I thought that was really cool. So with that being said, everybody, that is my collection, right? That is my whole entire collection. Now we move on to the pictures on the ceiling. So transition yet again to the actual ceiling. Well, luckily for me, I didn't have to move up quite far. So, yep, this is easy for me. So, first up, I got the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which I drew. So, that's cool and a cool new addition. And then I also got Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Yes, I'm aware it is not Christmas, but I decided to draw it anyway. So, yeah. But that being said, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this June 2023 monthly check. And before we get into actually the video itself, guys, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, because number one, it's absolutely free, and number two, we're on the... Wait, was I upside down? Am I upside down? Oh, okay, I'm not upside down. Number two, we're on the road to 300 subscribers, just 79 away. Now, we really help out your boy if you did subscribe. That also goes for people that have been watching my channel for a while and haven't subscribed yet. Don't forget to like the video if you like my monthly checks. Don't forget to ring the bell for all notifications and notification when I upload. Also, do share the video because it also helps me out. And do feel free to comment as well. With that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next one, everybody. Pop, 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 pop. Peace out.